problem. I don't know who else is gonna come, but I don't think it's anyone. It's just us.
Yeah, I think too. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So with the project, I've been trying to get someone to say something, but I'm quite confused. So let me show you something. Can I share my screen? I hope I can share my screen. Let's see. Because, oh my God, I can share every single window. Why can't I share an iPhone? Whatever. Let's try this. Share. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's confusing to me is under projects in Projects Classic, there was a release 1.4 planned.
Yes.
And there were some people working on it. But those people, like Jan one, they don't respond for like 2 months now. And I have no idea. And BitSF is also one of those people. I have no idea if they intend to continue working on the project or not, or what's the idea here.
Okay, because for that I have the information if you want.
Yeah, okay, that would be good.
Yeah, because it's my company that release the Arbor operator first. So the people that worked on it isn't working in my company anymore.
Okay.
And after that we released it to the CNCF, it's VMware that started to work on it, that took the project and developed it. So we were still in contact with them. At first, we were in contact with Steven Zhu, that was the leader of Arbor, and he followed the Arbor operator project too. But you know, VMware has been bought by another company. Last year, I think. Yeah. And from that moment, the new company wanted to keep a lot of people, so they stopped the development of Arbor operator. So all the developers that were working on it were moved on other projects. Okay. So on the VMware side, nobody have time now to work on it. So they all abandoned the project. And Jan, I was in contact with Jan at first, and he told me that the team. That the company led the team to release the 1.4 release, but they didn't even do it, and I think that now they will not work on it anymore. Okay. So it's our work now, I think, to release it without having any information on how to do it.
Yeah, okay. So here, because now the bigger problem is, when they did whatever they were planning to do, they did a thing which is causing us a lot of issues. They created V1 beta 1 of the CIDs and a V1 alpha 3. So there's currently V1 alpha 3 and V1 beta 1. And this is where our issue comes in. Because both of these are massive. So if we ever want to upgrade from V1 alpha 3 to V1 beta 1, this is the correct thing to do, right? But right now, the problem is now we have V1 beta 1 and V1 alpha 3. And they are both, like, I have not tried to create a diff, but from what I can see, they're very similar. There's not a lot of difference between the two. And this causes us to put all the CIDs in the Helm chart. And now we have the big CID in there twice. So we have it for V1 alpha 1 and V1 alpha 4 and V1 beta 1.
Yep.
And this causes this Helm chart to be just way too big. And I have no idea what to do, because I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. And I also don't know how to make the CID smaller now, because I looked at it, like, there's a lot of options in the CIDs, and I don't know if any of them are unused or not. And now we are in the situation where, okay, we have this massive CRD in 2 versions. We have no idea what we can remove. And it's not even clear why it's there. Why did they prepare all this? Okay, like why did they create this V1 beta 1 version?
I think that the V1 beta 1 is here for at least 3 or 4 versions.
Okay.
Because I know that on our side we are currently using the Arbor Operator 1.2 version, and we are using the V1 beta 1 CRD. And I think that in the V1.1 version, there was already the V1 beta 1.
Okay.
So maybe we can delete the V1 alpha 3, but deleting it will give us some time. But what happens if later we decide to release a new version? We'll have the same problem. So I'm not sure it's the right solution.
Yeah. So
even if it's the easier one.
Then I understand why there are at least 2. Then I at least understand why we did this in the first place. The problem, the general problem, is the CRDs are just way too large.
Yeah.
And it's not clear how to make them smaller. There was supposed to be a change away from Notary that would remove a bunch of CRDs, but it would add other ones. So that doesn't help. And I was thinking about what can we do here? Like we can remove the CRDs from the Helm chart, but then there's no way to install via Helm anymore because you would have to have some weird thing. Do you know if you internally, your company, if they use the Helm chart or do they use something else?
Yeah, we are using the Helm chart, but I think we are installing the CRD apart. So, so if we remove it from the Helm chart, it will not impact us.
Okay, so this is then what I would just suggest. We would do something like we remove the CRD from the Helm chart completely. We say the Helm chart only manages the deployment and the CRD needs to be managed separately. It's not going to be very popular. I think many people will be upset, but I don't I have no idea what else we can do at this point, because at least I don't understand which options in there could be removed. And I worked with the operator quite a bit, but we don't use everything in there.
Yeah. I was thinking that in a future release, Notary is deprecated and will be fully deleted in 2.8, I think. So maybe we can clean Notary things for the next versions, but I don't know if it's enough. So yeah, probably the best solution is to divide the Helm charts. I don't know if you have found other projects that did that. How do they manage the CRD? Did they do another Helm chart dedicated to CRDs?
Some have another Helm chart dedicated to the CRDs. Some of them just stop giving Helm charts. Some of them, like, this is a rare-ish problem. Like, not too many people have such a big CRD.
Okay.
And it's also because if you look in here, we have, like, for example, if I go to the chart museum type, we basically import like the whole CRD of like a chart museum again in our CRD. So the Harbor CRD has a lot of CRDs from other projects like completely in there, and that makes it like really, really big. And I was also thinking, but this is like even less popular, I think, to split up the project a bit more, because if you see when we deploy, right, we have multiple components you can deploy. Like you can just deploy the Harbor operator, but you can also run it with Minio or whatever, and then the Minio CRD is controlled through the Harbor operator CRD instead of you know, just directly creating the Minio stuff or like having some abstraction. No, the Minio configuration as part of the Harbor CRD.
Okay.
And this is what makes it really large.
Yeah, of course. On our side, we don't use all the operator. Well, we use the Zalando Postgres operators, but we manage it ourselves and we deploy the CRD ourselves. So we don't care if we separate it. Maybe it could be a good idea.
So, okay, then let's. So the question now is, because also when you look at the maintainers right now, we are the only 2 active maintainers as far as I can tell. But the problem we have is like 2 things. All of these people are maintainers. None of them are active. Of these people, only the 2 of us are maintainers that are, seems like, actively doing something. And all the pull requests are randomly assigned to people. So I have pull requests here where it's like some people got assigned, someone is assignee, nothing happened. And this is really a problem because I had to follow the project to see the pull requests. And we have to have 2 approvers to merge a pull request right now. So if one of us creates a pull request, I don't think we can merge it because only you can approve my pull request, and then we need 2 approvers. We can't merge the pull request.
Yeah.
So I would say we try and change the settings so that we are only having 1 approver, so that 1 maintainer approving is enough. And then I also will propose that we remove some of the inactive maintainers so that we have less people getting all the emails. And it's easier for us to track and less confusing.
Yeah, why not? And when the pull request is undone by one of us, we can tell that we keep 2 approval. We only do 1 for one of us.
Exactly. But like let's do the GitHub requirement to have only 1, and then we can still approve both.
Sure.
Okay, I will make some notes for myself. So I write this down. We take care of doing this. So change to 1 approver. Remove CRD from Helm chart. And remove inactive. Maintainers. And then I have one more thing for you. If you have some time, there's a few pull requests like this one. It is a massive change. Okay, like this person, I don't know this person.
Who is it? Christian Lower? Okay, I don't know.
I don't know this person. I have tried to look into why this person did this. I have no idea. They implemented day 2 configuration. Okay, they made a change of 2,000 lines. It looks pretty good to me. So essentially what this person did was like, you know how Harbor operator only creates the Harbor instance, but doesn't configure it. This person added configuration. So they added a pull request of interacting with the Harbor API to configure Harbor projects through Harbor operator, which is something we wanted also, we as a company. Can you review this pull request and also check from your side if it makes sense? The pull request is super old by now because we had lots of problems, but I will add you as a reviewer.
When was it created, this pull request?
March 28th. So like.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it, or maybe when I saw it, I didn't have time and I forgot. Yeah, I will take a look.
And then there's this one that is currently active. This is the upgrade controller runtime version. I will try to look at this later today or like tomorrow. But this person is trying to upgrade the controller runtime. I don't know if it's going to work because they're creating or they're updating in a huge step. So we were in controller runtime version. Where's the file? We were in controller runtime version 0.11, and they're going to 0.14, and they're also updating API and API machinery from 0.23 to 26.
Yeah.
So it's a really big jump. And now the problem where I couldn't really help them is they ran make generate to regenerate the files, but it created a diff of like 14,000 lines. And that does not seem correct to me.
Yeah. And isn't it just a reordering or something like that? Where just line have moved, but
it's really hard to tell because the diff is too large to compare it in GitHub.
Yeah. There is on the CRG's file, there is 8,000 addition for 6,000 deletion. So, so there is a diff of 2,000 lines.
Something is definitely weird. I will try to look at it, but if you can also, if you have a quick idea, that would be great. Otherwise, I will get to it probably this evening. I will have some time.
Yeah, okay, I will take, I will try. I don't know if today I'll have time, but maybe this evening or tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, then let's do it like this. Let's just do like a two maintainers situation, because otherwise I don't think we're gonna get very far. And if the VMware people are not working on it anymore, then we should also, I will try and come up with something what we do for 1.4.
Yeah.
Because then I will just restructure this, because it's like, none of this makes a lot of sense to me. Like I try to read through these updates. I don't understand at all what they're trying to do in some cases. Like there's lots and lots of open issues. There's no clarity what has been worked on, what hasn't been.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so we should decide what we want to do before releasing the 1.4.
Yeah.
I think that's the two. Well, one of the two issues in progress. The second one. Yeah, it's a subject that a colleague of mine in my company took, but he never took time to work on it, and now he's not working in my team anymore. So, so we can move it in the to-do part because he will not work on it.
Yeah.
And the second one, it's in draft. I don't know if he started to work on it, if there are some pull requests or.
Let's check. There's like a pull request, but it's like, it's a worse pull request of the thing that the other person did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And yeah, 6 months ago, last activity. And I think this person also was working at VMware.
Yeah, I think so. He's in China, so yeah, probably. Okay. Well, I think we can release 1.4 without this work.
Okay, but now that I know this, okay, I will do a couple of things. We're gonna do execution right now. I will migrate this to a new style board, because the classic boards are terrible. And then we can clean this up. And I will also do this with the other board. Like, I don't know, what is this board? Is this a board you used? Is this?
No, I never saw this.
It's like, what is this? I have no idea. But yeah, I will do that, clean up, and then maybe in 2 weeks, up until, or like, hold on, will I be there in 2 weeks? I can try and come, but I think no, I should be there in 2 weeks again.
Let me check if I'm here too. I think so, but yeah, it will be there.
Yeah. So I will make sure we do the changes of like the structure of the project within the next 2 weeks, remove some of the maintainers, clean up all these things we just discussed. and then maybe figure out how we go forward about this. So once the projects are cleaned up and we kind of know what's even in here, then we can kind of check what we do next. But I would say we do that in 2 weeks. And for now, we focus on these open pull requests to at least support people making changes. Because I feel really bad. I became a maintainer after like contributing like 3 pull requests. And now people are making really complicated pull requests. And I'm like, I don't know if this makes any sense sometimes.
Yeah, me neither. I think I never opened a pull request, or maybe a simple one. And now I'm reviewing big change, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Okay. But then we know what to do. And let's keep in touch on Slack also.
Yeah.
How much time do you have to work on this? I assume not much more than me.
I have no official time on it for now.
Yeah.
To explain to you, we are using the Arbor operator to deploy the registries of our customers.
Yeah.
But when I arrived on the project almost 2 years ago, and when I arrived, we had a lot of legacy, and we were still deploying registries in 2.0. So which was already 2 years ago a very old version. So I've been working for almost 2 years to keep up the delay and to stabilize the platform, which was in very bad shape. So now we are upgrading version. To give you an idea, for now we are deploying Arbor in 2.4.3. And we are planning to deploy 2.5 during the summer.
Okay.
So the 2.5 is managed by the operator in 1.3, so the last release. So from the end of summer, we will have to do on our side. We will have to do something to have at least the 1.4 release working. So from that time, it will be easier for me to have some time, because if the release is not here, I can't upgrade Arbor, so it will be easier to take some time.
Absolutely. Okay, then let's make sure up until the summer we have 1.4 out and we have new versions out.
Yeah,
and then we see
nice.
What we can do. Cool.
Yeah,
it's going to be a bit hard with just the 2 of us, but let's see. From my side, there's also people that are interested in contributing, but the problem I had so far is like it's very hard to convince people if you tell them, hey, there's existing maintainers, but they never answer. So I need to do some advertisement internally that people contribute a bit more, because we also use Harbor Operator. And we worked with another company to have a project that kind of worked towards managing Harbor with Harbor Operator on our clusters, or on some of our clusters. And we had to do a lot of fixes in Harbor Operator. So if you look here, there's like a time here where I'm doing, and all of these changes. So from November, December, into January and March, all of these changes were related to that. And this was really difficult because we couldn't get anyone to approve our changes. And we fixed a lot of things already, like here to upgrade Spilo and Client Go to like the latest versions. So I think 2.6 of Harbor should just work now from main, but we need to test that.
Yeah, okay. Well, the 1.4 is oh yeah, it's for 2.6, yeah. Of course. Okay.
I think 2.6 just works already, but we would have to test it. And I don't know, do we have capacity to test internally, Harbor Operator? Or how does it work for you? Like if you wanted to create, I don't know, an environment where you test your use cases?
Yeah, I can have the environment, but I'm not really. I didn't test it really before. Well, yeah, it will take some time to me to test it, but
yeah,
but
sure.
I can work on it. Because when I test it in all my environment of my company with all my stuff. I need to have a smaller environment to just test the operator.
Okay.
I don't have it for now, but I need to have it.
Yeah, we can see how we do that then, because I'm relatively convinced that 2.6 should already kind of work. But
yeah,
we
it
can
should
see.
work. I think I saw a lot of pull requests for it, so that was merged. So yeah, it should do it.
Okay. Then I would say have a nice day. I will write something on Slack with what we just discussed, and
yeah,
we work on the pull request for now.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank to you.
Have a
Have a nice
day.
day. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.